push myself up. Oh. I think I popped the shoulder out.
Thank God, dude.
Ugh.
Alright, we're on.
Great. Yeah, that's out. Shit. Sorry.
No, it's fine. Like, it's just horrible that it's the never-ending train.
It's time for nonsense. Oh, there we go. Whoo, did you hear
I
that?
heard that.
That was my shoulder.
Through the mic.
Oh my god. Oh. I feel better.
Hello, world.
Hello, world.
Oh, I didn't tell you also. Faye caught an error.
An error?
Yeah, the
Hello, world.
Thank you, mate. The audio got corrupted up when we uploaded it.
Oh no.
So the audio, like the audio podcast stuff, was like
Yeah.
just blank. There's nothing there. It was an hour and a half of nothing.
No.
She caught it on Monday and then sent us a very sweet email.
Okay. At least she caught it. Jeez.
And then I responded to her, and I fixed it like right away. I was like, as soon as I can, like.
Okay, so it wasn't like lost. It was
No.
just the upload was bad.
Right. But I actually agreed. She was very sweet. There's like people sending us stuff.
Interesting.
Here we go. Dear human or humans that see this. She doesn't know who it's going to.
Yeah.
It's us. It's just
sweet.
us.
Oh.
And then she apologized. Sorry for not noticing it until today.
No, Faye, never
Thank you for fixing
apologize.
it.
Remember, never sorry.
Never sorry.
You'll never be sorry again.
Oh yeah, Jen's gonna write an email to this guy who wants to help us. He wants to help us promote the online store, but he's approaching it from like our store is the thing, and then there's us.
Oh.
Like we're tertiary. But the store is
like,
just for people who want.
That's just there.
To support the podcast and have merch.
we just leave it there for fun.
Right. It's not. We're not looking to make a
The
huge
big
business
bucks.
out of it.
Yeah, no.
So Jen was going to respond to him.
Okay.
Oh, we got the results of our the study, the research.
Oh, cool.
So here's the abstract.
So chronic illness frequently decreases individuals' ability to receive social support. 105 listeners of health-related podcasts completed online, closed and open-ended surveys. Results indicate 97% of respondents experience social isolation because of their illness, and 90% report listening to podcasts help them feel less isolated. That's awesome. Additionally, condition-specific podcasts allow people to gain relevant information about managing health challenges, as well as feel part of a community of people who understand them. Yay! Finally, results suggest parasocial relationships with hosts of the podcasts correlate positively with informative support, which subsequently is correlated positively with perceived emotional support. That's amazing!
Yep.
How cool.
And then she said if we wanted more details, like a more specific information, we could ask her and she would let us know.
That's awesome.
It was a really interestingly good week for podcasts. We gained people.
I saw that. That's awesome.
Don't know where you guys are coming from, but keep it coming.
Yes.
We love it. I like how we meant to do the live early, and because of everything, we're starting late.
I know.
Stupid traffic, stupid everything.
Right? That traffic thing was... oof. Like, there was an upside-down car.
Oh my god.
Yeah. It was exciting. But not in a fun way. In a really obnoxious kind of way. And then I, took a detour and tried to turn, and they were, waving people through the turn. And then the lady was like, "You're not supposed to turn here! Don't you see the ambulance?" And then they redirected people through the gas station to go up and around again.
Oh my god.
And I was like, why were you signaling for people to friggin' turn? What are you doing? You guys only had so many lanes blocked off.
Mm-hmm.
You guys failed to set up your scene appropriately. I don't know what you want us to do.
Mm-hmm.
We're just trying to follow the normal stuff, and you guys are being counterindicative.
Indicative indeed.
I don't know if I used that right, but like
indicate
was the thing I was going for.
It's not a window.
There are no windows. Only walls.
We got our blankets, by the way.
Yeah?
They weren't supposed to be getting here until like the 6th, but they showed up yesterday.
Yes.
We have the hooks. Awesome. And we got the recliner. The mega recliner.
Nice.
And then we just need Bug, really.
Oh, yeah.
That's all we're waiting on.
We gotta get the brother in here.
Yeah.
And his plan is in 2 weeks?
Like after his vacation, so he can come back.
I wasn't sure if he was going to do it before or after. That's a lot.
You should do it before.
Yeah. You know what hurts too? I fell down the stairs. Sorry, I'm not just like out here randomly being like, my boob hurts. I fell down the stairs on my way out the door to do this podcast after a very long and potsy day, in which I fainted twice. Luckily, there was nobody around. I know that sounds wrong, but thank goodness nobody was around while I was passing out, because that would have been bad. And all the kids were confused, because every time I use mobility aids, I feel like it's that same thing we talked about last week, where it's like you're either like too sick, and when you're too sick you have to stay sick, or you like it's not enough. So all the kids are like, oh, are you better? And I'm like, it's complicated. I'm not like totally better. My hip feels better, and I'm tired of using my mobility aid. So here we are. And then one of the kids she's so sweet. I love her to death. Her name's Fiani. She's adorable. And she told me today, she was like, Miss, I love Makerspace. And I was like, I'm so glad that you love Makerspace. She's like, I never thought that I could make something like this cool. And she's like, and I took the one home and I took pictures of it and I showed everybody and it was so cool. And hers was the like crazy pink and black one? Tiger striped
that was
one.
My favorite one.
Oh, so cool. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that.
And she's adorable. So she was telling me how much she likes it. And then she was like, so Miss, is your hip better? And so I was like, kind of. It feels better.
In no sense.
It's still sore. And then I explained to her like what was going on. I was like, I have a genetic condition that causes, and every time I illustrate to people, anytime I'm like introducing Ehlers-Danlos, I have to be like, I have a genetic condition that causes my joints to be super, super loose. And then I can do really horrible party tricks. Are you okay? What is that?
It's my back.
Oh no.
Something
spasming?
popped. Yeah.
Ooh. Ouch. And then she was like, I'm just gonna keep talking.
No, go for it. I'm listening.
I'm not being neglectful and I'm not being selfish. Calm down.
I want this life.
If you're chronically ill, you understand. It's all good. And she was like, Miss, is there anything you can take to like make it better? Because I was like, and then my joints dislocate a lot and I hurt myself constantly. She was like, that sounds so hard. How do you do that every day? And I was like, mostly lack of choice.
Yes.
And she was like, is there something like you could take to make it feel better? And I was like, well, I could. She was like a pill? I was like, I could, but they make me a little bit drowsy and I don't like to do it at work, so I try really hard not to. And she was like, I would be taking the pill. Like, yep. But she was super cute and very concerned and just super sweet. It's really funny being in Makerspace now because all of the teachers are talking about these like behavior problems that they're having in classes.
And you don't see that.
And I don't see it at all. Like the worst thing that they do in my classes is they go to the bathroom together to probably get high.
Okay, yeah.
Or they leave like 3 minutes early for lunch. Or
there's no disrespect.
3 minutes. No, they're extremely respectful of me, and if I make a correction, they're on top of it right away. Because we have a very mutual understanding. We didn't even do like a class contract or anything.
Nice.
Because I was like, I'm gonna tell you along the way like what my expectations are.
Yeah.
And I started off with like, my expectation for this class is that you push yourself outside of your comfort zone and you try new things and you put in some effort. That's what I want from you.
Which is not unreasonable,
right?
Especially in art. Like that's how you know you're good at art. That's how you find out that you like art.
Yeah.
Is that you do it.
So like, really, what I'm doing is like I'm grading on participation and completion.
Okay.
So like if they completed the thing. This week we were working on bubbles.
Nice.
So we painted on like a black background on a paper, and then I taught them how to make bubbles, and they were all like, "These are so bad," and I was like, "No, they're coming along great. Trust the process. Trust the process." And then one of the kids echoed it back to me, because he was like, "These are really. I feel like they're really bad," and I was like, "No, honey, you're on the right track." And he goes, "I just gotta trust the process," and I was like, "Yes."
I mean, that's what I do. When we were making the stuff, when we did the boards at our place,
yeah,
I was like, gotta trust the process.
Yep.
Just,
sometimes
it sucks,
gets
but
screwed up, but you know what? You live and learn.
God,
Yeah.
that's bad.
Did you know
What time is it?
It is 6:34.
Yeah, I have not recently.
Okay. Let's get you yours.
I feel like it bulged almost. And hasn't done that in a while.
Ooh. I almost wonder if like there's just connective tissue that's pulling on it, basically.
That would make sense. Like kind of opening
like it's moving the scar, and the scar's attached to things,
and it pulls it with it.
Yeah. I don't know. Theories.
Theory crafting.
But they were like, it's just funny because I don't see what everybody else is like. Oh, they're so bad.
Yeah.
And they'll talk about like a specific kid, and I'm like, what are you talking about? Yeah, I don't have that problem.
Hi, Ruth.
Hello, how are you doing?
It's been a day.
Corinne has had a lot of adventures.
I am not having a good time.
Well, I went to work where almost everybody else has more vacation than I do. And so there was hardly anybody there, and I had a very nice one.
Oh, that's nice.
Got to mess around, try some things I'm interested in.
Good.
You know. Yeah.
Yeah. I just had a really hard POTS day, I guess.
Hello there.
Hello there, Faye. I got to
Hi,
work,
Faye.
and I went to make my coffee, and then I had to like crouch on the floor because I was fainting. And thank God nobody came into the room. Faye says hi, Ruth. So nobody caught me fainting, which is nice.
Yeah.
But that was how I started my day, and I just kept like the tacky was crazy. Well,
it was a very, very hot day.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if that's got
I
much
don't
to do
even
with it.
know. But I was like crouched on the floor with my knees up and leaning against like a cupboard in the corner.
Yeah.
So I was propped, and I knew I'd be okay if I went out. But I was just watching, and it was just climbing. And I was crouched, and it was still climbing. And I hit like 135, crouched.
Yeah.
For no reason. And then later it happened again, where I was like, why is it still rising? There's no reason for this. What the heck?
I'm gonna be around more in a little bit. Love you guys.
Love you.
I love you.
I'm gonna fix this real quick. Because there's just...
It's bothering you, huh?
It is, because it's rocking on this.
Oh, wow.
Right here. And I think I just have to tighten that right there.
Let me see.
But I'm not really sure. That's what I think it is.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah.
Oh, totally. That's it.
Right?
So, we'd have to take the microphone off. We have to unscrew it here and then get it.
That's what I was thinking.
I'll do it tonight before I go to bed.
The way you're looking at it reminds me of my kitchen cupboard hinges, where there's 3 screws and you have to take 2 of them off to fix the 3rd one, and then hope and pray you get the first 2 back right.
Yeah, look at this. It's just rocking on there.
Yeah.
That's why it's been bothering me, because I'm like, why is it so lax?
Yeah, mine's lucky.
What? You mean it has EDS?
Yeah.
Right?
We're theming everything out.
Oh, and then Ruth, after being overheated and fainting at work all day, I got home, and then on my way out the door to come and do the podcast, I fell down the stairs.
Oh dear!
Like a winner.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. That's your brother's thing.
I know. I'm like, what am I doing? Stealing his trope here.
She was trying it out.
I didn't like it. And it was one of those, like, you know how you hit the stair at an angle and you just slide out from under it? And then I jammed my hand so bad that there's, like, a bulged, burst vein in the middle of my palm. Like, you can feel it like a knot.
See it.
Yeah. you see it. I don't know if you can see it, but it
Oh,
hurts.
wow.
And it hurts. And I don't even know, like, the extent of what I've done to myself, because I haven't, like, come down yet.
You'll feel it when you wake up in the morning.
Pretty much. Or when I'm trying to go to sleep. That's usually how it goes. I'll be, like, because, I don't know, we have this magical ability to push through, because we're like, I have not yet told myself about the pain I'm in.
Yeah.
And then the minute everything goes quiet, the brain is like, excuse me.
By the way.
Oh, yeah.
We've got this backlog
Absolutely.
of pain that came for you today. So I got my document camera too.
Nice.
Which is nice.
I'm supposed to get a new study for the show.
Yeah?
I'm supposed to be here for the live today.
Oh.
Part of why I was excited to do the live. But then, like 2 hours ago, I got the update. Oh, it'll show up tomorrow. Sorry about the delay.
Bummer.
But look at.
I like that a lot. That's awesome.
Mm-hmm. And then I got a more fancier one. This one's not showing up for like another 2 weeks. But it's got like the cuts in it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. That's cool.
Yeah.
I like that.
I've been ordering the things we need for the season 7 revamp.
Yep.
So we have our sound curtains. Because we need a lot of them now.
Yeah. Yes, we do.
Our hooks. And now we just need our brother to build
You're
the
gonna-
frame.
Yes.
You're going to do a do-it-yourself anechoic chamber?
Pretty much, yeah.
It'll be noisier than this room. It'll be less absorbent of noise.
Yeah.
But it should be okay with these mics.
I think it will be.
Before we were using
And we have
cheaper
the
mics
noise
that pick everything
cancel, and the
Oh,
noise
yeah.
canceling helps a lot. My hand hurts a lot. Oh, there's another one. Look.
Oh, wow.
Ooh. Oh, and then, this is just, my day just got worse from the get-go. I dislocated the top knuckle of this finger, in such a way, oh, it's still there a little bit. I blew a vein, like, bad. My whole inner knuckle was purple. I don't know why when you blow a vein it reabsorbs so quickly, but it totally does.
Yeah.
Like when you blow them, your body's like, I'll take that back, thank you.
I need that.
But when you bruise something, it's like a forever thing. I don't know. So I dislocated it badly.
Have you ever wanted to have leeches?
How what?
Have you ever wanted medicinal leeches so you could not have that pool of blood there for a while?
Yes. Do you guys remember that time where out of the blue I busted a vein in my chest, in my boob, and they were like, this happens to car accident victims.
Yep.
And I was like, I didn't do anything.
You're like, I woke up.
We thought it was like cancer or something. There was a big old bump.
Yeah.
And it was hard, which makes sense. It was a pool of blood.
Yeah.
And then they were like, the ultrasound was the funniest thing. She was like, I can't figure out why there's like a pool there. And I was like, well, I break veins a lot. And she goes, oh, there's a big blood vessel right above it. And I was like, there you go.
Solved.
Yeah. Was that a knock?
I don't.
Or was that you?
That was me.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure.
My brain is fried, guys.
Yeah.
By fourth
My
period...
sister-
No, go ahead.
My sister passed through town on Saturday, and she had gone on Wednesday to the chiropractor who had done cupping,
Yeah.
and she ended up, when you're saying about the hard lump, she had ended up with a really bad,
Hematoma. Oh.
from the cupping, right in her cleavage,
Oh no.
and she was on vacation,
It's
and
like a
and it was
hickey.
off center and only one.
Oh no.
And she had this whole sequence of them down her arm.
Oh,
Those weren't
God.
that bad, but the one on her chest was really bad.
It's like
and
a hickey.
And I just looking at her, I knew she was really unhappy about this timing
Oh no.
because it would mean it would be in all her vacation photos.
Yep.
Oh no.
And so I said, "Look here, I've got makeup, and they use this to cover tattoos."
Yep.
She is extremely happy. I loaned that to her, and I'll get it back in September when I go see her.
Dang.
It's not really the right color, but it
It's
makes
enough.
it look better. So
Yeah.
She doesn't,
Yeah.
so she doesn't care.
Yeah. That's funny. But then I was gushing about my kids because they're wonderful and I love them all. And it was funny, one of the kids walked back into the room, because I used love you bye to tell them to get the heck out of my room.
Yeah, I love you bye.
So I had one who was not supposed to be there, and I was like, Jackie, get out of my room. Love you, bye. Get out. I love you, bye. And then one of the other kids was like, you never tell me you love me. And I was like, I love you all. You step into my room, you're my kid, and there's nothing you can do about it. End of story.
Mm-hmm.
And then another kid came in like an hour later and was like, I hear you're telling other people you love them. I was like, I also love you.
You started drama.
I did. I don't know. I'm so happy with my new
and
schedule.
That has to be so good. That has to be good for the kids
Yes.
too, to get such positive feedback in their lives.
And they're doing so well. Like, they're trying things that last year I don't think they would have even gone close to. And it was funny, the assistant principal came in and he looked at me today and he was like, it is so different from last year in here. It is so different. And I was like, yeah, like they're engaged and they're doing stuff and we're having conversations and we're all talking and laughing and everybody is getting along and I don't have friction in my classes because everybody's good to go.
Yeah.
Like, they're doing awesome. And he goes, well, there's less demand for art, I think, than for other things. And I was like, you know what? I'm getting them to step outside of their comfort zone and try something that they're like, I'm going to be bad at that.
And take a risk.
Take a risk. Exactly.
Yeah.
So I'm like, it's not that it's less demand. It's that there's like, I make it so that the stakes are lower.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So what happened with whoever was teaching it last year? Is that person gone?
No, so last year they didn't have one person teaching it. They had people taking shifts, basically.
Oh.
And it wasn't an art class. It was like a free-for-all.
Right.
And it was like, excuse my language,
yeah.
cold all the time.
Yeah.
Like, that place looked like a bomb had gone off constantly. So it was dirty, it was loud, it was chaotic. Kids were running around like crazy. There were people who weren't supposed to be in those classes, and nobody was doing anything.
Right.
There were a couple kids who would paint, but that was it. So they would bring them like projects, but there was no direction for the projects because not everybody knew.
No structure.
Yeah. So there was no structure at all.
And that may be partly why everybody's so happy this year.
Yes. So the kids are having a great time, and they're telling me constantly, they're like, Miss, I love this class. And I'm like, I'm so happy that you love this class, because guess what? It's for you.
Mm-hmm.
This class is for you. And I think that makes a big difference, too. It's like, what do you guys want to learn?
Yeah.
What is it that you want me to teach you? And we're working on bubbles, which has been super fun. So they have, like, they get a piece of multi-purpose paper, paint the background black, and then we go through, and I was having them do cups and like stamp it.
Okay.
But the paint was starting to collect around the rims when we reuse them, and then we get messier and messier and messier, and that stresses the kids out. So I was like, all right, we're gonna use paint pens and white gel marker or white gel pens.
Yeah.
And I have all these stencils,
nice.
And so we did that today.
Yeah.
But I always tell them, like, keep it on the same piece of paper because you're going to watch your bubbles get different each one you do.
Yeah.
So you're going to be able to see your growth right on that page.
Nice.
And then we talk about, like, guess what, kiddo? That one bubble might be messed up. But the thing is when we look at art, we're looking at the whole. And if we can convince them, like, if we can create a convincing illusion, then you're in good shape. If they're not looking at the messed up details.
Right.
It doesn't have to be perfect. Because guess what? The eye's not picking that up. If you look at it, you look at the page, and you go, those are bubbles, your brain can recognize that they are bubbles, you've done a good job.
Mm-hmm.
So I very intentionally make it low stakes for them, and they have done a really good.
Similar to quilting, because people flip out, the corners don't match. You're like, you're going for the overall thing.
Yes. When you're looking for, like, can you create a convincing illusion? Can you, like, it's like storytelling where you have to create that suspension of disbelief. Yeah.
Oh,
it's basically that, but for art.
Yeah, exactly.
But most of them are doing it. I have like 2 do-nothing kids, but even then I'm like, I'm not gonna make you do art.
Right.
You're just gonna be bored, and other people are gonna have stuff, and you're not gonna get your competencies. So
you should integrate Hide the Crimes into it. Adam Savage's. That's his philosophy on things he creates, is that you build it first and then you hide the crimes afterwards.
That's
so like if
funny.
there are errors, you go in and you adjust it to make it look like it was part of it.
I like that.
Hide the crimes.
And that's what I've been teaching him. Like, guess what? You have a black background.
Yeah.
You don't like it, you can paint right over it.
Exactly.
It'll go away and you can start again.
But like, I used that all the time when I was doing
hide the crimes. I like that.
When I was doing cosplay. So when I was making costumes all the
Yeah.
time, hide the crimes.
That's funny.
As long as it looks good on the outside,
Exactly.
the inside can be a total
Right,
mess.
Right.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Because they're creating an effect, and they're having such a good time, and they're really enjoying it, and I really enjoy getting to like hang out with these kids, and even my like non-English speakers are doing really well, and they're super they're calm and mellow and happy, and it's super funny hearing other teachers talk about behavior problems, because I'm like, what do you mean that kid? I've never seen that kid do nothing wrong. What are you talking about? Because they're super respectful in my room, and it's just because we have an understanding, I think, where we have a mutual respect for one another.
We definitely treat them with respect they don't normally get.
Yes.
But you also are teaching them and showing respect for the art.
Yes. Exactly.
Because if they didn't respect the art, they'd be trashing that kid.
Right. Well, and I tell them all the time, I'm like, I need you to, like, respect my belongings, respect the things in this classroom, have respect for the room and for the materials. Yeah. Those are the two, like, really big things. But I didn't even, like, create a behavior contract this year because I didn't need to.
That's so nice.
I was like, I wondered if I would have to do it later, but even now that the honeymoon phase is over, they're still fine. Yeah.
That's impressive.
They're doing a really good job.
So I almost hate to ask this, but what is a behavior contract? Because I'm going just by what it sounds like.
Yeah. So usually.
And is it for the whole class or one by one?
So there's two different versions. So there's like a classroom contract, which is like we all come up with rules and agree upon them together, and everyone signs this poster board that we make about the rules. And then there's like behavior contract where we're tracking a behavior or two behaviors or whatever it is. And people have to sign off on their behavior.
Wow. But you didn't have to do that.
No. Nope, I didn't do either. I was like, nah, I'm going to just let them see what happens. But I have kids who are just having such a good time. And kids that are super quiet even, I have in that room, and they're totally different kids. Totally different kids. And it's also really funny because I am probably super well informed on what's going on with the kids.
Oh yeah,
because they talk. You give them art, they talk. Yeah. They're not secretive at that point at all. They're just like, and this and this and this, and you're like, oh, wow. That's how I found out that Fight Club was still going on. And I was like, stop fighting during school hours. Knock it off. Liability. You want to pummel each other for funsies? Do it on your own time. Because you coming back to the school all beat up is not it. But then I also have like kids who I'll show them how to do something and they'll start it and be like, Miss, can I do this instead? And I'm like, yep, yes you can. Because you know what? You are inspired by an idea and you're going to create something. Heck yeah, do it, dude. I will give you full credit for that. You're not doing the same thing we're doing, but you're experimenting and exploring.
You do that to me all
the time.
So
I'm pleased. What?
You do that to me all the time.
What do you mean?
Like, anytime we've done art together, I'm usually like, I think I want to do this thing. And you're like, do it.
Do it.
Like, alright.
Yeah.
Bet.
Because art is, like, it's not supposed to be this big threatening thing where you feel like you have to be good at it all the time. And I tell them all the time, I'm like, if it's stressing you out, put it away and then come back to it tomorrow and see what you think.
Can you get one of these?
I want to. I want to get them for the tables.
And then have them, like, because it'd be fun to have some of these are, like, custom made by your students. I think
that would be really cool.
Since you have the paint, it's like, you know what, you're done with your project for now. How about you work on the mat?
Yep. That would be, I've thought about it too. I've like fantasized about it.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I probably will.
Let them know for the
buy
podcast and they can do their own interpretation of.
And then I have two kids who want to start a podcast. And they're wanting to do that on Tuesday. And they were like, can we borrow your stuff? And I was like, go to Sarah and find out what she has first. First. I don't know what I have, or if at all anything. I don't know.
I still have some stuff that we can use.
Yeah.
Like if they wanted to set up like a podcasting thing.
Yeah.
I still have some. I have one of the audio boxes, and I have the old microphone still.
Oh, nice.
And cables, yeah.
They have it hooked up to a Mac.
That's fine.
Which is annoying, because I hate Macs.
No, yeah, I get that. But like,
I don't know what it is, but they make me
compatible.
mad. Oh, they're just frustrating.
It's enough similar that you think you're going to do something and then you can't because it's enough different.
Yes.
Yeah,
well, and
exactly
it's just the screen one. Like, it's just a monitor, basically.
Right.
And I'm like, there's no way to plug anything in, which is super irritating. And it's obnoxious. And I don't even think they know what the password is for their Mac. Which is also pretty dumb. But I'm loving that. If I could, like, spend my entire day with kids and not have to deal with adults, I would be the happiest person who ever lived. Because that's the thing. Like, I will spend all day long with those kids and be totally happy. And they don't bother me at all. Because they don't. Like, even the behavior problems, usually we, like, I find a way to laugh about it and then call them out in the, like, jokey joke.
Yeah.
And then I was trying to teach the other teachers about, drive-by redirection is what I call it.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, where you, and this works really well with our quiet kids who are like, please don't look at me, please don't talk to me, please don't blah. And so they'll be on their phone doing whatever, and I come over and I'm like, what are you doing? Like, and not in a like, what are you doing? You're supposed to be. I'm like, what game are you playing? And they'll look up and be like, this one. I'm like, oh, cool, I've heard of that. I know that one because blah, 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 blah. Or, I don't know that one. You'll have to tell me about it soon. When you're ready, here's this and some materials, and this is what we're doing.
Yeah.
And then I walk away.
You invite them to do it.
Yes.
And then it's up to them to...
And I walk away. And then you can see them do this thing where they, like, they'll be on their phone, and they'll look and make sure that I'm not there.
Yeah.
And, like, look at what they're supposed to be doing. And then eventually they just, like,
well, there's no, like,
pull it forward and start doing it.
No need to
and
be oppositional and defiant. There's not that I'm not gonna.
It's not like an authoritative or authoritarian approach at all. And it's frustrating to watch other people be like, well, they didn't listen when I... And I'm like, did you ask them what was wrong?
Yeah.
Like, I had a kid one day who wasn't doing what she was supposed to do, and she had her head down. But I noticed, because I use my brain and my eyeballs and ADHD...
Context clues.
Right? That she had X's on her hands. And I was like, did you see a concert last night? And she was like, yeah. And I was like, which one? Tell me about it. And she told me about it. And I was like, well, no wonder you're tired. If today's a not today kind of day, that's totally okay. And if you need to just take some time, that's good. You do that.
Yeah.
And it's like that leeway and that understanding and that context that lets me ask them to do things that other people can't.
Yeah.
Which, in my opinion, is kind of dumb. Like, it's not like something that I'm like, oh, I can do this and you can't. It's like, why can't you do this? Maybe build rapport.
I'm going to have to drop off, but if you're still going when I get off, I may rejoin you.
Okay.
Have a good meeting.
Yes, ma'am. Have a good time. But yeah, no, it's been good. And I'm happy. I'm enjoying myself. And I get to leave a half hour early and come in a half hour late, which is life-changing.
You're in definitely a better spot than you were after week 1 and 2.
Yes, holy cow.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
How little things can add up to be such a big change.
Right? Well, and I didn't think it would. Like, it's just a half hour, but
yeah,
definitely
it doesn't
makes
seem
a
like
difference.
Well, and it depends on who you're asking. If you ask admins, they're like, that's a lot of time.
Yeah.
You ask someone who's experiencing it, it's not a lot of time.
Yeah. And I'm like, constantly, because I'm tired of them, like, forgetting that I'm fucking ill. Great.
Amazing.
I don't know about that, but, you
Fantastic.
know. Pain.com. Sorry. I don't know why that popped into my brain, but it did.
It's all good.
But yeah, no, it makes a huge difference. Because it shortens my drive, first of all, because all the traffic starts around 4:30, 4:15.
Yeah. I almost missed.
Oh no.
Easy fix, just like the code.
Yep. Oh no. Oh well. It's green. It's gonna
It'll be a
green
thing. It
outside
kind of
of
looks like a reflection, actually. make that water, and it looks like you
yeah.
have a reflection on water.
You just like make it a pond.
Same. Gotta trust the process. And then wipe it. Take the napkin and then
Create
wipe
the
the stuff you just
process.
put on there. That's cheater. Yeah. Look at that.
That's nice. And then we're gonna put some food down there.
But yeah, you seem like you've had a rough time, but it didn't wear you down.
Right.
You're not exhausted
Yeah.
like last year where, my god.
I know. Everybody's just like, you're gonna die, and I'm like, yeah, probably.
Mm-hmm.
There we go.
That's really good.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, it's
One Piece came out.
yeah.
The live action.
How is it?
Everyone is saying, and I quote, they broke the anime live action curse.
Good. I was not expecting that. I was expecting it to be like, oh god, this is terrible. It's like Attack on Titan, the live action one.
No, it's really good.
Good.
Oh my god, and they captured the spirit of it. really
Morning.
well.
Nice. Hi, doggo.
Morning.
How doing? Good. You have it, right?
Yeah, Ren and I watched it. We watched all of it together.
Nice. Where is it?
Netflix.
Oh, okay. How you doing, doggo?
Yeah. You need to know. You're the doggo.
I wanna know
We still need to get you caught up
how
on
are
Nardwar.
you?
Yeah. Yeah, the interviews rappers and stuff. The one that we were talking about the
Oh
other day.
yeah. Okay.
You're the baby. We have to know.
I thought we had a
amazing.
brown one, but I'm not sure anymore. That's gold.
Yeah, that's not. Fool.
That's not green.
You fool.
There's brown.
No, that's not green.
I was like, I wasn't looking for green. What are you
I
talking
thought you were
about?
looking for green for some reason.
I don't know.
I don't know how I picked that up or made that assumption.
I don't know. How are you, doggo? Please give us the deets.
Okay, Nardwar lol, I'm okay trying not to feel too depressed and homesick.
Oh.
Applying for jobs and such. I would try the voice chat, but my connection is spotty, so I'm not sure how well it will work.
Ah.
This
yes.
is working.
This works fine.
I get the applying for jobs. Jen and I have been doing that.
Yeah. Where's she looking?
She's dude anywhere. She's been doing
Okay.
a lot of stuff on Indeed and then working on her CV. What's the other one? There's like jobs.com. There's another search engine one.
Oh. I know what you're talking about, but I
Indeed.
can't remember. Is it Indeed?
I think it's
I know Indeed is a thing, but I can't remember.
I don't know.
Like,
She has, in order to maintain unemployment,
Yeah.
she has to be showing that she's applied and have interviews.
right.
And she has an interview with a place that's clearly a scam, but it still counts as
Oh,
her having
no.
the interview.
Scam,
So she's
huh?
doing it. Yeah. Yeah, it's one of
Great.
those, we're reaching out to you because blah blah blah.
Oh.
blah. Do you want to work from home? Do you?
Fun.
Barely, we know what's going on, but
She should also look at Cherry Creek because
that's a good idea.
wanted to
I
be, like,
live in the
office
middle of the
manager.
woods currently at my cousin's, excluding the internet connection. It's so beautiful here and peaceful.
Oh, I bet it sounded
Watching
gorgeous.
the lightning bugs.
Oh man,
It sounded beautiful last time you were on.
it did. It was nice. I liked just listening to
Makes
it.
me homesick for Grand Lake.
Yeah, I had one of those really tactile memories that is
Oh,
now
yeah.
stuck. But like the smell of pine needles and the sound that the front door made,
Yeah,
house
that
would-
creek.
yeah.
Oh,
and how it would slam every time.
every time, no matter what.
Mhm.
And then being, I don't know, you didn't have this memory because you were allowed in the big house and you weren't for some reason, which was weird to me.
It was part of. If you think about it, it's actually just part of the indoctrination.
Yeah.
Of cults. That's part of it, was separating you and making you feel like you were being kept.
Well,
from
and then
something.
telling us the whole time that we were unloved by the grandparents when that wasn't the case and they were the ones keeping us away from them the whole time. Because, you know, people gotta do dumb stuff.
Yes, sir. I should message Bud though, and be like, "You need to at least buy the materials for the project."
Yeah,
So that.
ask him what he thinks I need. I got paid, so I can help out.
Okay.
If
The
we-
rest of the money that we have from tax returns is going towards teeth.
Makes sense.
Several $1,000s in comfort.
Yeah.
Because, you know, it can't be easy.
Can you go back to the people that you sent me to?
Yeah.
Aurora Dentistry?
Aurora Dentistry.
Okay. I think in total, my mouth work was like $7,000. Yeah. Impressive! But care credit.
Yeah, we don't qualify.
Which is weird to me. I don't understand why that is.
Me either.
Just weird. Just gonna give it some definition.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been a week.
Yes, it has.
Long.
Very long.
Doesn't even feel like the same week to me. It feels like 2 weeks.
I know.
Have passed.
I completely agree with that sentiment. Because it has been a very long week. And the kids had testing, and then I had extra children in my room, and that was confusing and obnoxious.
Yeah.
And then I was just
How
exhausted.
are you guys?
Tired, but not bad.
Yeah, we're doing.
Yeah. I fell down the stairs earlier. So that was fun.
I skated down the stairs. You know, like when you catch it and you just like write it out.
Uh-huh.
And you, like
Just like
yeah. Just
Yeah.
And that was fine.
Yep. At least you were fine. I took the fall for you, I guess.
Yeah.
That took forever to send lol.
I get it.
Just
My
internet.
phone is broken.
There it is.
Bothering me a lot.
Sorry.
It's okay. It's just like I can't.
How did you fall down the stairs?
I tried to walk down them.
She slipped.
Yeah.
Her foot slipped on it.
Yep. So you know when you're walking and you hit the stair at like an angle with your foot, and then I just kind of slid down, but hard, and I bruised the palm of my hand.
But you caught yourself twice, you said. Like you hit it 2 times.
It was like
hard.
clunk. Yeah, it hurt, and I like fell so hard that I threw what was in my hand, and it fell through the banister down the other set of stairs and across the room.
Yeah. That's.
Yeah.
You've got skills.
Right.
Is the stairs fault?
Totally.
I agree. Those stairs trying to kill me and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Rude.
My core hurts.
Yeah.
I exercised too much.
Oh.
I was doing core exercising on the
should
roller and stuff.
Tell me when you do that, because I want to do core exercises. I love core exercises, but my husband hates them.
I'm okay with them. Problem is that the progress isn't fast enough.
Yeah.
Like, I know it happens, but it's one of the ones, like, my legs will develop way quicker than anything else.
Yes.
So.
My butt. It's like, yeah, we got this, and then everything else is like,
Yeah.
what? I don't have core muscles.
So I've been doing that. So I'm sore, but that's good.
Yeah.
Moving
I think I'm
again.
going to cancel my personal training, because it just, it's not super compatible
Oh, yeah.
right now, and it costs a lot of money for me to not be using it.
Okay. Well, and it's not like you don't work out at all.
Right. Well, I've at least 7,000 steps at work,
Right.
like every day.
I keep having those moments. You know, like when you're stressed out and you randomly get the adrenaline drop
Yes.
because, like, you remember it.
Yep.
Or you get the adrenaline drop and then you remember it, like, because you're like, why am I stressed? Oh, these
Yeah.
reasons.
Yep.
I keep doing that with the pain management stuff because we have it now, but my brain, I still am like, we need to message Bamba about that. We need to follow up on the referral.
Because it's been so stressful for so long.
Right. So I'm still programmed into that panic.
Exactly.
So I'll be like, oh, never mind. We're good.
That's terrible. Oh no. Yep. No, I get that though.
Actually, we were able to get stuff for the
I know. He has a new pain management.
I have pain management again. Good one. Really good one.
Yeah.
And I can see Bamba next week and tell her that. Be like, thank you for
We
helping
did
us
it.
out.
Team effort.
I'm looking forward to being able to tell her she doesn't have to write the prescription anymore.
Yes.
Because I know it's stressful.
I was going to say exactly. 'Cause I'm sure fighting with the bosses is not the best.
Right. Oh well.
But yeah.
And One Piece came out.
Yeah.
I'm very excited.
And it wasn't bad.
That was good. It's only 8 episodes, but damn. I thought the thing broke.
I know, I was expecting to be splattered.
That's the scary one.
I wore khakis one time last week and immediately ruined them with red paint. So I've learned, I'm like, I'm only going to wear what I really am okay with getting paint on.
Oh, you know what I should do?
Huh.
I want to see how they do it.
What? Oh.
This Jen is my sub.
Yeah.
We switched it. Jen's not my sub. I'm Jen's sub.
Okay.
Because I was like,
that's what I wondered. Because I was like, are you sure you want to do it? Like, you want to do the live and not play?
It's a 48-hour this time.
That's good.
To get the completion in time.
Yeah.
So I can do it like tomorrow morning, tomorrow afternoon.
Nice.
So I'm not too stressed about it.
Good.
I just really wanted to do the live. I had a good week.
I'm glad we actually wound up doing it.
Yeah.
I'm happy about that.
We don't normally have weeks that we can report on, good positive news. So I was like, let's do it.
Good news is always wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we need. We need more of that.
Oh, I should check YouTube. Let's see if Jen made the thumbnails or not.
Oh, yeah.
Because I got the episode out.
I'm excited about that one. I think it was really good. We left feeling really good about it.
Yeah, I'm worried it's going to be like those other ones that we've liked, and then everyone will be like, it was fine.
It was...
It was okay.
Feed our ego just a little bit, please.
Yeah, please.
Just a little.
We really like that one. Yeah, no, she hasn't done it yet. It's fine.
She what?
She hasn't gotten to it yet.
Oh, okay.
So she'll do it tonight. And I didn't get any of these uploaded in time. The shorts.
Worries. No worries.
But they're good. They're good.
They're good. They were good. Coffee, I forgot I had this.
Yeah. Feel perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Sophie is starting to feel less awkward about sex in general.
Okay.
So she was able to make a joke the other day, and I was like, look at you go. Like, it was something like wordplay that I made, and she was like, pause. And I was like, ah. Normally she would just roll her eyes and leave the room angry.
I was like, isn't that what you used to do to her? You were like, I'm gonna remember how you were made?
Yeah, no.
You want to know how you were created?
She made a joke about, what was it? It was something about playing games at the same time.
Oh, okay.
And she was losing her shit. She thought it was the funniest thing on the planet. I'll remember it. It was just funny.
She is funny.
She's very funny.
Oh, the meds have dropped. Thank you, Lord. Then I had tachycardia all day, and I dislocated my finger, and it's just been a day. It's been a very long, weird, frustrating day.
Yeah.
But we are here, and I'm having a social birthday.
Because Jen had to yell at the kids today. She was at a funeral.
Oh.
And she went to just the second half, like the celebration of life part.
Yeah.
But she had to socialize with a bunch of people. And she had to socialize with a bunch of people she went to school with and hasn't seen in 15 years.
Oh, yeah, worse.
So, like, she came home and she was like in a bad mood, and she yelled at Ren and was like, oh, that's not how you actually feel. She was like, what? I was like, you're not actually mad about that. You're just upset in general.
Yeah.
You're right. It's like social burnout, right?
I know. I have to, like, you just have to watch it. Like, mindful about it. Where I'm like, am I actually irritated at the thing that's irritating me?
Mm-hmm.
Or am I just way too overstimulated to function? And it's usually way too overstimulated to function.
That's validating.
Yeah. Right away, too. Not even, like, having to prove yourself or go through all the nastiness.
Anytime she said something that could be misconstrued as them not trusting me already, she was like, it's not that we don't trust you, it's just we do this. I was like, it's fine. Like, I get it.
Yep.
I'm a new patient. I'm surprised you're willing to extend me this olive branch at all.
Yeah, exactly. But that's awesome. It means they're not, like, it's not a power trippy thing.
No.
It's a let's help you thing.
It is. And she's an NP.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course.
Once I found out I was seeing the NP, I was, like, stoked.
Yes. They're wonderful. I don't know what it is, but they're great.
It's like their experience. It just, in general, I think they have a very different experience than, like, a normal doctor or a specialist, especially.
Well, I think they have more contact with the patients, too. Because the thing about doctors now is that you see a nurse first who's like, why are you here? And then they jot down a few notes. The doctor comes in, looks at the notes, and it's like a 5-second interaction.
Yeah.
And then they're like, I'm skeptical just because I'm skeptical now. Or, we don't do that here. Or, it can't really be that bad.
No. She was surprised that I was doing as well as I was. Considering
Did you tell her we have a podcast?
No, didn't have time. Remember, it's lightning round.
That's true.
So there was no, like, what do you do? We didn't even get to surgeries.
Wow.
Next week is going to be telling me about your surgeries.
That's cool. What day are you going?
I think it's on Tuesday.
Okay.
Yeah.
What time?
1 o'clock.
1 o'clock. Okay.
Why, do you want to go?
I'm so curious. I would love to go, but I don't know if I can. I don't know what I'm gonna do with my pain management. It'd be nice if they could like up my stuff. But every time I go to like do something like that, they're like, "Wow, you've just gone up over the years." And I'm like, "Yeah, over the years."
Tolerance.
As things that and the amount of I have to deal with now.
Right.
Because I'm like, the face has got to be like a circumstance. Why
I'm
is that
still
not?
blown away that that's not part of the equation.
Right.
That'd be like me going in and not mentioning my back, and then being like, "I'm having a pain in my back," and then going,
Yeah. Like, that's normal. What?
This sucks. I wanna be here, but the video is just loading every 45 seconds.
Aw.
So I'll try in the morning when people aren't here sucking up all the internet.
Okay.
Lol.
Okay, doggo. We'll see you in the morning for sure, though.
Yes.
We'll be here.
We love you. Take care. Have a good night.
Yeah. Do that.
Do it. Or else. Throw in deep.
Bruh. I'm just stoked.
I'm so glad. Like, I'm just through the roof. I'm so happy.
So not how I expected that interaction to go.
Yeah, because it's always just so touch and go. You never friggin' know how it's going to go.
No, they take my insurance. And usually when they take my insurance...
They're
usually,
crap, yeah.
Right. They're used to a certain type of person.
Uh-huh.
I think they do a good job of keeping everybody above board, though.
Yeah.
So that...
So that they don't have to be ridiculous?
Right.
Yeah.
That's what it sounds like. If they do the random screenings and random, like, pill counts, then that makes sense.
Yeah. No, we'll just have to, like, create a budget for you.
Yeah. I need to get my pill planners fucked up.
Huh.
The old one that I used to have that I could do, like a month out
Yeah.
is broken because the plastic wore out and it snapped. Well, it snapped and then
Oh.
it came out. And then I'm missing parts of the new one.
That's annoying. I hate when that happens.
Like, I'm
where you're
missing
like,
two
what
slides.
days am I missing and
Right.
where did they go?
I don't know where they are, so I need to get that going again.
Yeah. Because that way you could, like, budget for yourself and be like, this is how many I can have today.
Exactly.
And then you can decide, like, when and how
Yeah.
to
Exactly.
go about it.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm just stoked.
I'm so happy.
They're so cool.
And kind. They're not, like, terrible, which is amazing.
Yeah, that's so hard to come by.
I know.
Especially in that field.
Yeah. But yeah, you said nurse practitioner. Heck yeah. Heck
NP.
yeah.
NP for the win.
Yes.
It's like the
Like-
exact opposite of the last neurologist you saw. Because she
Yeah.
came in the room and she was apologizing. She came in on the fence like, whoa, I'm so sorry, but I need to get going. Let's bust
be
through
quick.
this.
Let's be quick.
I
Yeah.
was like, gotcha.
Whereas my guy was like, why are you here? I'm mad at you for being here
And
in
then
general.
I apologized for being late. And she's like, no, it happens. Life happens. I was like, are you a doctor? What's wrong with you? You're not supposed to
She's
say these
not a
things."
doctor, and that's why it's awesome.
Oh, and I made the nurse that checked us in laugh.
Of course.
She
You
was.
have to.
She sat down. She was like, I'm not good with spelling. Do you have a list of your medications, like printed or written down or something? I was like, on my phone, bam. And she's like, thank you. It's like, isn't that the worst? She's like, yeah. And I was like, you know what's worse is when you have to go over someone's list of things they're already taking and they've changed everything.
Yes.
She's like, yes.
Yeah. And they have like that outdated list. And
Or
you're
they
like,
don't know
I don't
the-
take that one. I take it at a
The
different dose.
dosage.
Yeah.
Oh God, I had her laughing. about
I'm
that.
terrible. I don't even know the dosage for half of the stuff that I take because first of all, for a couple of them, I have been doing like the custom doses.
Yeah.
Because they won't refill at the lower dose for some reason. And don't worry, I'm not being ridiculous and like taking too much medication. I'm actually taking less than is prescribed because it makes me feel icky.
But I was gonna share. I just have a note file on here for this exact thing. So I wrote it all down, so I know what I'm taking and how much.
Nice.
In case I'm in the ER, or even it's
a good
handy to
idea.
just have this. And be like,
Yeah.
this is my currently
No
taking
joke.
list. The other thing is well, I told you she was like pro marijuana, which is really
Yes.
freaking amazing.
That's awesome.
And then she was mindful of the shortage,
Oh yeah.
the pain med shortage.
Yay.
She was like, we try to keep it on this program because like we know there's a shortage, and
Yeah.
usually they can fill, and sometimes they can't, and like we'll work with you.
Oh,
It's
that's
like,
great.
she's
What
like,
pharmacy are they gonna use?
Lincoln. Yeah, but if we have to have them transferred, these guys aren't locked in.
Yes.
So like if I have to be like, let's
and we
use
use the
King Supers,
Supers, yeah.
then we'll be
Which
fine.
would make it so much easier for you to have like access to your meds instead of
Yep.
having to drive 20 minutes out to go get them.
To wait 3 hours while they
Yeah.
don't get your meds.
Exactly. And then get mad at you for waiting.
Mhm.
I was watching a video of like pharmacy meltdowns. I don't know, it came across my TikTok feed and then I was in it.
I know what I'm watching tonight before I go to bed.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was this thing that I could just watch.
Yeah, you can watch people melt the heck down at pharmacies. It's insane. It is the weirdest thing. But then there's people who like somebody sat in the lobby like literally all day, and then someone came out and yelled at them for harassment because they were waiting because they didn't like the pressure of this person waiting for their medication.
Like yeah, that's a thing you think, that guy.
Right.
It's you interpreting.
No, that's
them.
harassment. You're harassing them because you are
Like,
waiting for your
Getting
stuff
up every
to get
5
done.
minutes and asking is harassing.
Right.
Not sitting patiently and waiting.
Right. They don't want you to do that though because they're not actually gonna do your meds. And if you wait, then they have to do your meds, and that's annoying for them because then they can't play stupid games.
Yeah.
And I don't understand it. It makes no sense to me to be like, oh, we have all these other ones to fill first, but those people aren't there to pick them up, so
Right.
you can't just fill the one with the people who are there to pick it up.
When we picked up last time, or on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Was that one? Well, yeah, it was Tuesday. It was just the pharmacist.
Okay.
Just her. No one else there. She had a line of cars and a line of people. And she was super fucking nice. Like, just the sweetest thing. And she was balancing it and moving at light speed and getting things done. It blew my mind.
Because it can be done.
She was like, she's like, give me 1 second. And she took two
Yeah.
people at the register real quick. Then she came back to us and gave us our thing.
Good.
And she was nice the whole time.
That's
There was
awesome.
no, like, anger about the line.
Right.
And it was the pharmacist, not the pharm tech. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like, it was just her.
Yeah.
So I know there's one good pharmacist at that location.
Right. Somebody knows what to do.
Yeah. No, I want to move it to King Supers.
Because they're usually pretty good.
Yeah.
They almost doubled Randy's last medication. So they were like, we have it here for pickup. And he was like, I picked that up like a week ago.
Yeah.
What are you guys doing?
Yeah. No, I'm thinking about moving it. But
Yeah.
I think we kept it the same because that's where the last one was filled.
Yeah.
And we didn't want it to look weird. We didn't have time to, like, get into changes.
Yeah.
Like, if we were talking more, and I could be like, oh, actually, let's move it.
Yeah.
But she was in a rush. I was like,
Which is fine because it's not like you're not going to see them again.
and I get to see Anna again.
Yay! When are you doing that?
I don't know yet. I know soon.
At least you have brain meds.
That's so weird. All week I've been doing stuff.
I wish I had brain meds. Dang it.
Like, I've just been up and doing things and making plans and accomplishing goals. Who am I? A person?
I'm gonna ask them again, I think. If I see a different psychiatrist outside of Kaiser and they prescribe it, am I gonna get dinged for my UAs? So I'm gonna ask
Yeah.
and see. If I could just have the proper medication for my friggin' condition, that would be
Yeah.
great.
That was the other thing, is that she was super happy that I talked about therapy and like
Uh-huh.
the coping skill learning and
Yeah.
like all the stuff that I've done already.
Yep.
And that I keep up with it.
Uh-huh.
She was like, so you have a psychiatrist? I was like, yeah, I have a psychiatrist. You have a therapist? Yeah, I have a therapist. Oh. Well, great.
It's crazy. See, and it's so different from like what we see all the time, where it's like your therapist is gonna solve your pain problem. And you're like, no, they're not. They're gonna help me deal with my pain problem, but they're not gonna solve my pain problem, because guess what? My pain is not coming from my emotions. Thank you.
She was scoffed and laughed at the idea of doing ketamine.
Good.
She was like, we don't do that. But
Yeah.
I've seen them pushing it. They keep trying to make us go to the seminar, and I was
Yeah.
like, it sounds horrible, doesn't it?
I think it's just
I would totally.
it's a scam. They're running. It's like stem cells,
Yeah.
where they were
same-
like,
same
people will
thing.
pay out the nose for blah 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 blah.
Yep.
So let's make it like the one and only solution for everything. If you've tried everything else, this will save
Well,
you.
and you
But
can tell
what
there's been
if?
like hype. There are always
Yeah.
people talking about the studies of ketamine and
Yeah.
the studies of ketamine.
And you're like, it's great for like PTSD, but also, dude, that's not the only problem.
Well, and rewiring a brain that has the what's it called, the intensified pain syndrome.
Oh yeah,
You know what I mean? It's not something we have.
right.
But with people that have that,
Hmm.
rewiring the neuron pathways makes sense.
Right.
But I don't have that.
Right. Well, and it just makes me crazy that they keep going that route, where they're like, well, your pain is blah blah, and you're like, I'm in pain literally all the time, forever, and will be forever. Don't talk to me about my pain. I know my pain. I know it's going to be there forever. We have made a truce. It's fine. And no, I'm not like, I'm in intense pain for no reason. No, I fell down the stairs, and I still don't know what's wrong with me.
Right. Well, I feel like that was part of it too. Is
Yeah.
when she was asking like what hurts you now, I was like this, and this. And what scale would you give it? I'm like a 3 right now.
Yeah.
Like, it's not bad, but it can be bad.
Yeah. Well, that's the other part, when they're like, oh, you're not in intense pain at
At
this moment.
Yeah.
Therefore, we're not going to help you because it's clearly not that bad. And you're like, I hate you.
I almost-
Or when they pull out well, it can't be that bad, you can still move it. And you're like,
Yeah.
you don't understand anything. Sorry, I cut you off. What
Oh,
were you
no.
saying?
I almost screwed myself over though.
Oh
'cause
no.
We went out, we had to hit Walgreens, and then we came home and we had enough time to change,
Yeah.
and then head back out. And I went to the bathroom, didn't think anything of it.
Oh
and then I
no.
had to do a UA when we got there.
Oh no. So you're like,
I pounded water. We pulled in, and I was like, oh no. And so I drank half of my water bottle before we went in.
I've done that.
And then on the way up, they're like, do your UA. And I was like, I hope I can.
And they're like, we don't need very much. And you're like,
You're not going to get very much.
you don't understand how little you're about to get.
You know,
Yes.
good job, bladder. Good job, kidneys. You guys rocked it. They
Quick,
usually don't.
quick. I don't even know when I have to pee anymore. I just sometimes go to the bathroom and sometimes I don't know. Huh? What?
I have a subject I want to talk about, but I don't know
Oh,
if
yeah.
people are talking about it.
Who is he?
Friend of mine online.
Okay.
A friend that I picked up from Zeppi.
Okay.
He, he's 21 now?
Okay.
Or 19? He's young. He's a kid.
Yeah.
He graduated recently, and he had moved out of his parents' house, or his mom's house. He just had his dad in the picture.
Yeah.
And his mom was using him for,
Oh, I hate
like,
that.
he's been claiming
Nice.
dependent on everything. And
Yeah.
It's not the point. The point is, he's living at a friend's house in another state. He lived in Baltimore, now he lives in Texas.
Okay.
He developed a MRSA infection.
Oh no.
They went up his leg, and he spent 2 months in the hospital fighting it.
Wow.
And now it's spread to his hip bone, and he has to have his hip replaced.
Wow.
And he was talking to me about it, and my heart just broke. Because it literally, he was telling me about the things that I went through when I had sepsis, or even just surgeries in general.
Yeah.
He has no insurance. He's paying for an insurance, but he doesn't have a job.
no.
I don't know why he doesn't have Medicaid. He said something about his mom claimed him on Social Security or some shit. Yeah. So, I was just devastated. He sounded so beat down by life, you know?
Yeah.
And he's like, I have to find something I can do for work at home now. I can't stand. I can't walk that well. I have to use a cane.
Oh,
I was
poor
like,
thing.
dude, I get it. I definitely get it.
Yeah.
And he's like, what would you do? And I was like, I don't know, man.
Oh.
I would file for any social services that you can apply
Yep.
for. 'Cause
File and then refile.
see what you can get going on that end. And then, like, finding a job you can work from home and...
Right. Well, that's the tricky part. It's like, what's going to pay, have enough hours, and be from home.
Well, and he said he wanted to do, like, cybersecurity stuff. And I was like, well, to get
cool.
started, you could do just your normal certs.
Yeah.
Like, basic certifications. And
Right.
I don't know if I'm smart enough. I was like,
You learn.
Yeah. Papa bought me a book once, and I read it. It was this thick, and I read it, and I didn't learn anything from it. I was like, I could have just taken the certification. You know?
Yeah.
Just broke my heart, man.
It's terrible.
I just got screwed over.
It's just, what a mess. Poor thing.
It was a lot.
What subject would you synthesize from that?
Ugh, I have no idea. Because it... Well, no, actually, maybe I could come up with something. This is kind of an interesting thought. It's like two thoughts
Okay.
that might be able to be merged or split up.
Okay.
One is communicating pain, but in the sense of like commiseration.
Yeah.
Like, how do you successfully express that you understand, but you don't want to like feel happy and all that?
Yes.
The other one is how do you give advice in a situation that you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you might know a thing and not trust yourself enough to know enough about that thing to be like, look into this.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Either of those sound kind of interesting in my brain.
Okay. So, first one, communicating pain, commiserating without one-upping, and then the second one was...
How do you give medical advice?
Mm.
Like, how do you safely navigate that? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because a lot of people will just straight up lie to you
Yes.
because they're selling something.
Right. How to navigate.
Or they give you bad advice, like don't get a vaccine because it'll turn you into a homo. Sorry, I got my vaccines and now I'm a little whoop, but it's fine. I'm not dead.
Yep.
Just saying.
How to navigate medical advice. So this is like giving and receiving.
Yeah. I mean, it's something we've struggled with the podcast. Like,
Right.
in the beginning especially, we were like, how do we tell people things but not tell them things? Like, I don't
Right.
want to give bad advice, but I
Yeah.
want to share my experience.
Yes.
Like,
No, that makes sense.
I mean, and it kind of feels like both are kind of the same thing in a way.
Jesus.
I don't know.
So I think we could definitely do this. We could go back to the idea of like creating a community,
Yeah.
and then sharing information within that community without being like, here's the medical advice that is like the one and only
Right.
path. Bar, bar, bar.
Right.
How do I? Okay, so in a community.
Mm-hmm.
That's like commiserating. Commiseration.
There's something about support in there too.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how do you also articulate that you don't know which way to go, but
Yeah.
still support?
What if we go back to the email and open that way?
Which one?
The results of the thing.
Okay.
Does that make sense? Like that.
Yeah.
That is this.
Yeah.
And all of this can come out of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
That's
So,
really good. You want me to pull it up?
This would be like chronic illness. Chronic communities.
Plus, we get to talk about it, which
Yeah.
I don't want to do anyways. Hello, friends. Oh, random stranger from the internet.
DePow.
DePow?
DePow. This is DePow. Class of 25. Yeah.
DePow!
DePow. Okay, so medical advice, personal experience.
Mhm.
It's basically the idea of like, this is what I do, but I'm not a doctor and it's not a medical device.
Yeah, or
Right.
this is what I did. It might not apply to you, but
Yes. Okay, so big one would be like, remembering when we're all different. There was something in my brain and I lost it, and it was what I wanted. We're all different. This is where we can talk about. It's literally, it's right there. It's like it's peeking through a window, and I'm just barely catching it out of my peripheral. Talking about. Oh, fear mongering. That was the one.
yeah, okay.
Benefit.
Benefit. Benefit. Benefit.
E B-E-N-E. Okay. Benefit. Okay. Just one benefit. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Cool. I'm game for that.
Right?
What's in the Discord? Do we have any new topic
I think
suggestions?
there are. Might be better than what I just did.
Right. We're always open to new.
Oh, let's have you discuss the fine line between wanting a normal life so much that you can't appreciate what you have. I see that a lot. That bothers me. Versus needing reasonable life goals so you don't entirely give up.
So that is basically,
I see that a lot, where people complain about the things they can't do, but they're not grateful for what they still have.
Uh-huh.
Like, Rin's been going through that like middle school phase where like she it's like today she got upset because she couldn't get spicy buffalo and she had to wait a day because I already asked for chicken.
oh, okay.
Right? And so she was like, but I wanted it today. I was like, yeah, but
Yeah.
can you wait till tomorrow? Well, I wanted it now. Yeah, I get that. But you can't. It's not going to happen.
Yes.
And then Creek
Yeah.
says, I mean, some podcast episodes kind of touch on that because it's overall struggle, but I would love a dedicated episode on this because I just had a more depressed, or maybe just feeling stuck episode in my life when I struggled with being kind to myself and taking it day by day versus thinking about the future in general. Yeah. So maybe that for sure.
Okay. How do you synthesize? So I have realistic and present with gratitude, or like goals and feeling defeated. You like missing out on what you have now.
Mm-hmm. Maybe it's a matter of like not respecting yourself in a way.
I think I feel like there's more to do with like grief there, where you're blocking yourself from fully experiencing the grief, so you can't get
Yeah.
it out of you.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. You're too shallow in your grief.
Yeah.
Let it fully be grieved and then accept what you have. I get that.
EWWI missed all the planning.
Oh, or did you? We just kind of started, so. Alright, let me close all these tabs. Yeah, we're just now starting, really. Because I had some thoughts, and then she found some stuff, and then now we're throwing them together on a paper,
Yep.
and whoever wins is what we do.
Well, now I am alive.
Good. I'm glad you're alive.
Hello.
Let's keep it that way.
She back. We were just looking at topic suggestions. Maybe you have an opinion on this. How do we want to go about explaining this? So there's a few different topics here. I don't even know how to go from here.
Well, let's focus on this one.
I do like this one.
I like this one a lot.
Yeah.
Because we haven't done a dedicated episode on it yet. Somebody said something. Oh, poor guy.
Oh no, what happened?
He tried to do the day one raid, but he had to raid quick because he was being so negative, and they kept bailing on him, and he kept saying this was a big deal.
Is that Austin? Aww.
Okay, so the idea is basically getting stuck in grief.
Like being blocked in grief. So
Right. So that you can't appreciate what you have in the present.
Right.
Right?
Like you're stealing the gratitude in the present from yourself by living in what you can't do, or like what
Might
you
not
used to
do
be
that.
able to do, or what you want to be able to do.
Right. Things that you
Right.
think you have just
Or
been
like you
locked out of.
should.
Right.
And then there's shame.
See, so the problem is it kind of ties back into what we've already talked about a little bit
Yeah.
before.
Where I'm like, oh, it's the shame piece. I don't know.
I don't either.
There's like really good pieces in both,
Mm-hmm.
but I feel like something is still missing.
Yeah.
Should and good are two different things in my book.
Yeah.
They
absolutely.
definitely are. Could does not look like a word.
No, I just had the same problem. I was also like, could is also like a problem in itself, because that's
Yeah.
assuming things that are that you are like, oh, I
So
could.
I feel like this is more like gratitude and grounding versus like envy
Mhm.
and grief.
Yeah. I just have a thought, like framing it in the way we see it in like Facebook groups, right? Like
Yeah.
it's always
Should I do this maybe? But I could is the thought process.
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Exactly. I think it's more about not appreciating what you have.
Yeah.
Is the root of the thought originally, right? It's like appreciate what you have, even though it may not be what you wanted. Or meet up to fake standards that you've created yourself.
Mm-hmm. So it's like grounding and gratitude
Yeah.
is essentially the umbrella,
Mhm.
right? So yeah. Because we could talk more about the decline, because we don't talk about that a lot. I don't feel like.
No, we've thought about it, but then we wanted to have people on that were further in.
Yeah.
Talk to some of the elder zebras. Hell, even the perceived decline.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I like both.
I feel like I could figure this one out.
I think so. I want to save this one though.
Ah, absolutely.
I like this
It
a
might
lot.
be different from what you are used to, but you don't have to be productive all the time. Sleep is also a productivity because it's a part of self-care.
Hell yeah.
Yes.
Nailed it.
Absolutely. 110%.
The other thought was about how do you communicate with other pain sufferers without one-upping them or coming off
Yeah.
as though you're one-upping them. And then how do you hand out advice helpfully?
Right.
How do you not overreact? I know part of it's overreacting, but like being like, this happened to me, so this is the only way to approach
Right.
it.
Right. That like confirmation bias.
Right.
Yeah.
Because I think a lot of well-meaning posts get put out there where they're like, well, don't try this because it
Yeah.
is bad. They think they're saving you from something when they just had a one-off bad experience.
Right. Well, that's the thing. Like gabapentin is my favorite example of
Yeah.
this, because people were like, "It killed my nerves," but then you have to go back and think, you were put on gabapentin for nerve pain, so there was already something happening to your nerves, and it might have just been the decline, bud,
Yeah.
and not the medication.
Mhm.
But you have people who are very opinionated on, like, that killed, like, that ruined me. Bah, 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 bah.
Listen
Don't
to
try
everything
that.
with a grain of salt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe it's fact versus opinion
Yeah.
in a way. How do you dole out facts and not opinions? How do you hand out opinions that aren't fact?
People react differently to meds.
Yes, they
Yes.
do.
Fact versus opinion. Okay. I really think, I think we could do this one tomorrow.
Yeah,
And then we'll save this one.
I agree. I like
Because I
this
like
one.
it. But we need more thread.
Yeah. It's like anything. We'll figure it out. I'm
I
not
react like Chris most of the time.
Oh, good.
Right,
So everything is bad.
And I'm the complete opposite, where, like, shove anything into me and my body's like, okay,
You're like,
what was that? I don't know what that was, but, okay.
that was 20 cc's of ketamine. You should be unconscious.
I'm just
I
like,
feel fine.
okay.
Or it disappears.
Or it disappears.
Yes,
That's,
I hate
yes.
that so much.
Yeah, I had that happen to me yesterday.
Never to be seen.
I
So
took
frustrating.
took my pain meds in the morning and in the afternoon. Nothing happened all day though. All day. It probably kicked in when I fell asleep.
There was that one, remember, that took 12 hours to
Mhm.
drop. And and it's not that it's like a placebo effect. I can tell when it drops.
Yeah.
Because first of all, my whole body goes, and I
Mhm.
feel a little floaty, and then I start itching.
Yep.
Because it makes me itchy.
Yeah.
So right now, my nose is so itchy. Oh my god.
I kept feeling I had hairs on my nose all week. I was like, there's something here. There's a ghost sitting on my face and I hate it.
Yeah. Sweet. I like it.
It happened to me the other day. I took something and it disappeared for like
Yeah.
12 hours as well.
Mhm.
Why? Stupid. Hate it. Butt hurts. Oh yeah, I fell down the stairs. I'm an idiot.
She wanted to be me for a day.
Every time I'm like, "Ah, why does this hurt so bad? Oh,
Well,
you
your
fell down the
foot.
stairs.
Yeah.
You don't know how to walk. You forget about gravity again. And I was wearing flats, and that made it all so much worse.
Part of it with this.
Isn't that Chris's job?
Exactly.
Yes.
She's stepping in my lane.
I'm so sorry.
Part of this is like being able to hand out an opinion or a fact and keeping it a fact or an opinion.
Yes.
It's like
So
it-
like not presenting an opinion as a fact.
right, and presenting a fact in a way that can be digested and doesn't seem like you're being pushy. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like,
Yeah.
like I could read facts off and be a condescending douchebag and make it sound like I'm judging you.
Yeah.
How did
Or-
you end up falling down the stairs? Was it outside again?
No, it was inside, and I was trying to come over here, and I went to step down the stairs, and I hit the stair at the angle, and I just like skied on my feet down the stairs, and I jammed my hand so bad that there's like a big old bruisey
Oh, yeah.
hematoma bump,
Damn.
like a hard lump in my hand.
We
and,
tried resetting it.
Yeah.
We got something in there.
Yeah. And I don't know what else happened to me because I can't feel it yet.
Yeah, not yet.
Not yet.
As soon as you don't want to feel it, you'll feel it.
Exactly. I'm like, I'm gonna go to sleep, and then it'll be like, you fell down the stairs. Stupid stairs. Stupid
Oh,
shoes.
How is the hip?
Society. I don't know. I think it's okay.
She thinks it's okay.
I don't know.
What time do you want to be home?
What are you thinking?
I'm thinking I want to do my nails, honestly. If you want to know what I'm thinking, but
Well, we can call it if you would like. We can go smoke and then I'll say my goodbyes.
I mean,
And then we could get ready for tomorrow. Because we still have tomorrow.
we do. We have a live and then a recording. We need. Yeah. I don't want to have a repeat last week.
Yeah.
You know how long the episode was? Before editing, just keep in mind when I downloaded it and everything, it took extra time because it was 4 hours.
I will be back in the morning as well.
Oops.
There were
Yay, good save.
4 hours of content that I had to parse, and then I ended up cutting so much stuff.
Oh no.
Tomorrow's
It was a really
episode's
good
really
episode.
good. So
We're really proud of it, so I hope you like it.
yeah, let us know watch it and then let us know if we're crazy or not.
Yeah.
Like, be honest. If it's a
We
meh
know we're
episode,
crazy, but like, tell us if it wasn't as good as.
because
we wanted it
anytime
to be.
there's ones that we're proud of, it usually bombs.
Yeah.
And
Not
then the
as
times that
interesting.
we're like, that was just an incoherent mess. Everyone's like, no, that was it.
That was
Sorry,
it.
I had to email earlier this
No,
week.
never sorry, Faye.
No, that was perfect.
We don't apologize.
You
We
saved
love
us.
you, and we appreciate your attention to detail
Yeah.
so very much. So no sorry.
Yeah, no. I was happy, if anything.
Yeah.
Like,
Because otherwise we wouldn't have known, I don't think.
no one would say it.
Yeah.
People would just be like, oh, I guess it's not working. Fine.
Yeah.
I will watch it as soon as it drops.
Okay.
Okay. Then we will say our goodbyes, and
Yeah.
then we'll hopefully see you tomorrow morning.
That sounds like the plan.
Yep.
I'm going to close this and then we
Yeah.
can say bye on YouTube.
Okay.
There you go.
Bye on YouTube.
Wow. She's really personable, isn't she?
I'm so
Just she's making those parasocial relationships.
No, they're all social.
They are.
They're all social. Because we love you.
I love you. See you in the morning.
See you in the morning. Mwah.
Good night.
Bye.